Keith, thank you for joining us at the One-to-One Oil and Gas Conference in London today.
Thanks, Scott.
Keith, just give us a short overview of the company and where it sits at the moment.
Okay, so Cabot Energy is really focused on production-led growth in Canada and northwest Alberta. But we also have some really high-end exploration and appraisal assets in Italy with a small amount of gas production there as well. So we're focused on building a decent-sized production company that can effectively pay for all its costs through the production and then generate some increased free cash flow after that, along with providing some really sort of high-end excitement in terms of the exploration side.
So tell us a little bit more about the assets that you have and what's the production you currently have.
Okay, so we've got production we're around about 800 barrels a day at the moment of gross production from our assets, which we own 75% in Canada. And we've really had a really decent success with the sidetrack well, which is going to be our modus operandi going forward, where we take existing wells and we drill them into new parts of the reservoir. We've just announced the results of one of those today, and we were kind of forecasting around 80 to 100 barrels a day of production from the well over the first 30 days, and we tested it at over 600 barrels a day. So obviously it's been a remarkably good result for us. But we'll produce that at a lower rate, around 200 to 225 barrels, just to manage the reservoir and manage the production that we get from it. And we are really looking forward to building out on that production base from the 800 we are today up to 5,000 barrels a day in 2-3 years' time.
So tremendous potential. With regards to shareholders, potential investors, what's the key message to them at the moment?
I think we're really focused on building that production growth, but we're also focused on keeping our costs low as well, because we've been through this cycle in the industry where the oil price went from $100 or over $100 to less than 40, and I think that the industry wasn't sustainable at $100. The costs needed to come down. It was a correction that needed to happen, and it's been able to allow us to focus on keeping our cost base low, so that all of the revenue that we get can go into increasing the production from the assets and then pay back to the shareholders. So it's really focused on that.
And One-to-One that you're at today, what is the purpose of you being here?
I think it's good to see what's happening within the industry, but I think from our perspective, One-to-One's a great avenue to meet potential investors for the future, to give them the message on what we're doing here and to understand where the interest in the industry is at the moment as well, because it's always useful to see what other people are doing.
Well, Keith, thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Scott.